Well, whether a deal is agreed or not, there are just 18 days until the rules governing trade between the UK and the EU change. So it's not an easy time for businesses that rely on trade with Europe to plan. Let's talk about that challenge. We're joined now by the President of the British Chambers of Commerce, Baroness Ruby McGregor-Smith. Baroness, lovely to see you this morning. Well, let's dive straight on in, shall we? How likely is it, do you think, that we're going to get a deal?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm hoping we will. The business needs a deal, and we need it as soon as possible because we need to understand how we're going to trade and what the rules are.
Well, just on that, I mean, how many of your members would you say are actually ready, good to go, come January the 1st, come, well, a deal or not a deal?
I think it's very difficult to be ready because there are a number of areas where we don't have any detail at all, such as we don't understand anything around quota tariffs or quotas. We don't understand anything in detail about rules of origin. We don't have tariff codes. We don't know the detail of the Northern Ireland Protocol. And if we do get a deal, we still don't know what the UK structural fund is going to look like that's going to support the more, the more challenged areas of the UK. And all of this on top of a pandemic as well, and the detail. And we found with the pandemic that what mattered was the detail of whatever has been agreed on government support. And this is exactly going to be the same. It's now the 13th of December.
So, Baroness, for those of us that don't have your glittering CV when it comes to industry and business, explain the practical consequences of not having the kind of the granular detail required to operate your business post-2020?
So we're not going to know what tariffs could be imposed on any good leaving the country or any good coming into the country, which means we won't know the price. And although many have been agreed, the detail is going to be in either a deal or a no deal scenario. It's still really lacking. And look, at the end of the day, what I've urged the government to do with the British Chambers of Commerce, we've urged them all along to give us clarity on what is being agreed. And there are still a significant number of issues that aren't agreed on detail.
Given that, do you believe the Conservatives still to be the party of business?
I really want them to be the party of business. All political parties should support business. But this year, what we've seen in the pandemic is huge amounts of support given, but we still have a significant number of industries shut down that aren't open. And on top of this, we don't know how we're going to be trading from the 1st of January. So I just want to urge everybody to get on and get us the deal that we need so we can actually start to grow as businesses.
Without that deal, absent a deal, we are looking at businesses going under, aren't we? We are looking at people being made redundant in their thousands.
There could be some significant job losses, and that on top of lack of government support after March as we come out of the pandemic. And I would urge the government to look at the support all businesses need as we come out of this and also give us more time to prepare as we leave the European Union.
Where has been the failure in all of this? And failure there clearly has been, given that, as we say, we are less than 3 weeks away from new trading circumstances, no matter what happens with these negotiations. I'm just wondering where your assessment is of where the blame should fall, on the political leaders, on the civil servants tasked with negotiations, on the European Union, perhaps, for being quite so intransigent on a number of issues?
I think we're only going to know that with hindsight, aren't we? I mean, until we know where we are and until we know what we've got, it's very difficult to say whether any of it was right or wrong. But it won't just be Britain, it's going to be the European Union. Both sides have to come to an agreement so we can all move forwards.
Baroness McGregor-Smith, lovely to see you this morning, and a very Merry Christmas when it comes.
Thank you.